good evening. I am your host, Data T, and this is my channel, The Good Guys. Guys, today's story comes out of Memphis, Tennessee, and the title reads, Shots Exchanged on I-240 After Man Rams Disables Woman's Car. This should be an interesting story, guys. But first, if you guys wouldn't mind leaving a like, leaving a comment, subscribe, and let's get into today's story.
State and Crump. That's what police say happened this week, landing Randy Johnson in the hospital with a gunshot wound and a mugshot. Johnson was taken into custody at the hospital after investigators say he shot at the mother of his child and a man. The victim told police the violence started after she showed up to her home with a male friend when Johnson was parked in front of her building. When she attempted to leave, she says Johnson followed her, becoming enraged when he saw her with another man. She drove away, attempting to get on the interstate to escape, but said Johnson began ramming her car with his, finally making it immobile. He's then accused of shooting into the car. At one point, the man with the victim was able to get his gun and shoot back.
Now, guys, check this out. Car dynamics and shooting from the car, having an engagement in a car, it's a tricky experience and a situation to be in because, number one, okay, you got to move your gun from basically being on you to being able to retrieve while you're able to while you're sitting down. Now, I don't know how this particular man had his setup, but he was ready to shoot this road rage, jealous boyfriend, whatever he may be, and get his gun into a position where he was able to shoot back. Now, what does that say about the rest of us? Do the rest of us have firearms in our vehicles? Okay. Do you have spare ammunition? Do you have, let's say, other weapons? Okay. There is something very popular in the gun culture called the truck gun, meaning you may have an AR-15. You may have something smaller with a smaller barrel that can still be fired from the shoulder while you're sitting down in the vehicle. Okay, so some people have that truck gun in the back seat, pull it out, and then be ready to go. Quick and accessible. And that's how it needs to be when you're in the vehicle. Very quick and accessible. Pull it out at a moment's notice. But did the Good Samaritan or the boyfriend or whoever he may be, did he think that was going to happen? Probably not. But he had it on him just in case. Guys, I would say kudos to this guy for being able to get his gun out and shoot, and in a very, very scary situation. I don't know if I would have hopped onto the highway. You know, I keep thinking of that Matrix where they talked about, I think, Trinity and what's his name, and Morpheus. Morpheus had always told her to stay away from the highway, and that's what I'm thinking about right now. But check this out. I mean, man, on the highway, had a shooting back and forth. Think about it. They could have hit anyone. I know they were shooting at each other, but bullets can go anywhere in that situation, guys. Hit a random person, cause another accident, and where would we be? You know, another person got shot. It could have been sweet pandemonium, and I don't mean sweet in that way. I mean just pandemonium, and a whole lot of car wreckage, and a whole lot of potential innocent people getting shot. But thank goodness that didn't happen. Let's hear the rest of the story.
That that shooting part of the more than 30 police say have played out on Memphis interstates so far this year. Sadly, the violence familiar to experts.
One of the most dangerous times for a victim of domestic violence is actually after the relationship ends. And so whether or not they choose to, find a new partner, whatever it is, the former partner, oftentimes has ongoing jealousy or control issues. And so one way for them to maintain control is to use violence against the victim or against the new partner.
But there are places to get help, like the Family Safety Center and the Shelby County Crime Victims and Rape Crisis Center.
But then there are lots of grassroots organizations, folks in neighborhoods, in certain apartment complexes who are doing really great.
Guys, let me pause it right here. I guess my only question here, does this extend to men? Because I'm going to tell you, majority of these cases usually are for women. Okay? Whether it be some kind of battered shelter, whether it be anything it could be. If a man walks in there, is he going to be looked at sideways? Is he going to get the help that he needs? Let's say, he's dating a woman that's bigger than he is that could probably beat him up. Let's say he's dating Big Bertha, and Big Bertha is telling him if he walks away, she's going to kill him. What does he do? What does that guy do? And that's my only question here. I would hope that this is for everybody, but most of the time, these cases are for just women, and that's okay. That's somewhat okay. I'll say that way, because majority of the time, you know what? And I don't want to say that. I would say women are the weaker vessel. We know this, right? Okay, but guys, I would just be concerned for them. Would they be able to take advantage of this? And then, obviously, some lady gets on your nerve, and I think, and for a guy's point of view, we're more afraid of somebody with us getting hurt by the other woman. That's not what we want, right? And then, we don't want to lay our hands on another woman. Most of us, okay, that's my take on this. But guys, let's hear what the rest of the video has to say.
Great work to help victims of domestic violence try to escape violent relationships, but also rebuild their lives.
Shay Arthur, WREG, News Channel 3.
Well, Johnson is in jail tonight on a $50,000.
Okay, well, at least they put the guy in jail. They're talking about $50,000 bond. Let's hope he doesn't get out. This is Memphis, Tennessee. I don't think they would get out. Tennessee is a constitutional carry state. People are allowed to have weapons there. But I do find it interesting that this man, he was jealous enough to do this. And I've said it in some videos. I do not like when men do this. Men should not get upset when their woman leaves. Just leave her alone. You can get another woman, but obviously, I would think that this guy is a bad guy to go after a woman and shoot up her car. That's crossing the line. And thank goodness the boyfriend or whoever he may be sitting in that passenger seat had a gun. He is the good guy. He returned fire, and justifiably so. Guys, what do we know? We know that if he didn't have a firearm, he would not be able to defend himself and those that he cares for. So, understanding this, we know good guys have guns. Good guys should always have guns, and if good men do nothing, there will be no good guys.